morning, everyone. I welcome you all for today's alumni talk. Today we'll be having our alumni talk with me and Anuj from 2013 to 17 batch. He's working at Amazon as a subject matter expert. So he's going to share his views, how he joined in the college and his 4 years of journey and how he cracked the interview. Everything is going to be shared with you right now. So Anuj,
Yes, ma'am.
Anuj, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Hello, Anuj.
Ma'am, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello.
Anuj, on your video.
I did, ma'am.
Yeah,
Can
go
can
ahead.
you hear me? Am I
Your
audible?
voice is not coming.
Hello.
Yes, bro, your voice is audible.
Okay, thank you. Before starting, I would like to thank mechanical department for reaching out to me since I was not in touch with since I was not in touch with them from past 3 years, but yet Rajnikant sir pinged me and asked me to have this session. So thank you very much. Before starting my experience, I would like to introduce myself. So I am Anuj Kumar, and my native place is Bihar. I was like my studies were from UP. So like how I came to CMR College is a kind of interesting story. In my 12th, I didn't do well. I'm an average student. I'm not a topper or something like that. So in my 12th, I got 62%, and my family members they were not happy about it. So they simply they simply suggested me to we should move to south for my studies, so that I won't be able to have much friends and I won't time pass with them, and I'll concentrate on studies because of the language barrier with south and north, between south and north. So how I came to Hyderabad is my relatives are here. Like my uncle and auntie stays in Hyderabad, and a few of my cousins they came and they were studying in Narsima Reddy College. So after my 12th, like my dad just simply took me to Hyderabad, and we were searching for the colleges. We went to St. Martin's, Lakshma Reddy, then Narasimha Reddy, then there was one college, St. Peter's College. So few places placements were not good, and few places they were charging extra for management seat in all the fields like in CSE, EC, and also when we came to CMR. That time our AO was an Air Force officer, so and my uncle is in Air Force, so he knew that person. So they had a discussion, and my dad thought about the college, like appearance wise it was good, the seat, the pay that he has to do give is was fine, and then the placements were pretty good at that time. Like we have, while we entered into the B block, we see the placements chart, so there a lot of companies were there in that. So when he was going back after all this, seeing all this, there was one of my senior, he was just walking by him, and my dad just stopped him and asked his name. So his name was, coincidentally his name is Anuj. So he was my senior in college. He was my he was in third first he was in second year when I joined. So he was my direct senior. So when we came back, when we were discussing about the college, my dad was like, "Ki, let's go to CMR, since you found a senior of your name, so we'll join you in CMR only." So that's how I came into CMR. Then due because my percentages were not good in 12th, I had this family pressure for performing well in college. So my first year was much focused on education part. I was attending all the classes, and I didn't even took a single leave in my first year, as far as I can remember. My attendance percentage was 99%, and I really gave, I really tried very hard to get a good percentage in my first year. But unfortunately, I think in my externals, and after my first year, I was able to get around 72%, something like that. So the result was pretty quite good. Didn't did do much interesting things in first year, but the only disappointment for me was my drawing marks. So in internal, it was like in all the three internals, it was like 25 out of 25. Whereas when I saw my external marks, they were around like 28 or something. So first year was pretty much on sitting in class, studying, taking notes, and doing good in internal midterms and like that. Uh, Coming on to my first year, sorry, coming on to the second year. So again, second year, first semester was not much interesting. I was again like half of the semester was missed due to I was in my hometown, and due to mm, certain situations with trains and all, I missed first half of my few months, I guess 1 or 2 months of my second year first semester. But when I went to college, did few formalities and reach out to faculties reached out to my parents and all to confirm the thing. There was always the support of Mangesh sir. He was in my first year teaching drawing along with Zarina ma'am, and one more ma'am is there. Sorry, I can't recollect your name, ma'am. So there was always support of these three faculties in my second year first semester, since I missed the few months and I was not able to cover the syllabus and all. But I was again managed to have a good marks in externals because whatever I've studied and I've whatever I've whatever the time I spent in class, I was focused. So in second year first semester was kind of again a little bit boring. But coming to second year second semester, so from that I joined one club that was student activity cell, yeah, SAC, something like that. So from there, I started focusing on my extracurricular activities. Before that, it was all about sitting in class and just making notes and studying. But in my second semester, I started going out. I started taking part in other activities. I started coordinating things, and I felt like that part is also necessary, to get the experience that we can't get while sitting in the class, or to learn things that apart from your curriculum, and you know apart from what a teacher can teach you inside the class. So that's how my second year second semester went. Coming on to third year, one of my friend asked me to join Akriti Club. It's a cultural club, and was basically Sandeep, one of my super senior. He created that club, and Sunita ma'am and one of my math teacher were the faculty coordinate for that. So coming on to the third year, I joined the club as a vice president, since I'm not much. I didn't have much skills in terms of dancing or whatever cultural activity we had. But they still, they considered me for the vice president post. And the funny thing about that is no one in that club, like there were around 12 members, main body, and no one except the president, that was Vishal from CSE. No one in that club knew who Anuj is by that time. So like as you know, but till second semester I was in my department only. I was sitting in class, so nobody knew who Anuj is. But when I joined Akriti as a vice president, I used to spend more time in conducting the fest and conducting the cultural events that were taking place in the college. So that was pretty interesting part from there. There I learned how to handle a team of few people and few communication skills too in Akriti. And then I got to know ki what extracurricular activities are, how to conduct them, how to manage a team, and how to distribute responsibilities, and how to make sure everything goes smooth. So that was few of the positive things that I learned after I joined Akriti. But on the other hand, since I have to focus on my education too, because marks are also important to get placements or something, to get placements basically. So I was what I was doing is, in college most of the time, since I was outside of the class and I wasn't attending the classes, I used to like simply take books from library, whatever teacher suggests, whatever our faculty suggested, and then I used to spend at least like whatever time I'm left with. Like our college used to be at till 4, uh, till 5 I used to reach home. So from 7 to 9, I guess, I used to at least cover one chapter by myself. And if I have any doubt, I used to reach out to the faculty. So, in that way, along with the extracurricular activities, along with the extra learnings, I I was able to manage my curriculum too. So that was basically my third year. Like in third year, first semester, and third year, second semester was busy with Akriti. But I did manage to have good score in my external and internal. So I never let my curricular activities get impacted on my curriculum, which I would like to suggest you people to do, because sitting in a class might give you the knowledge of the subject that you want to, but when you go outside you learn more valuable things, and more like more valuable things basically, like developing your personality, and how to interact with your colleagues, or how to interact with your teammates, which is directly in use when you get a job, or in your personal life too. So that was basically my third year. One thing that I did in my first year was I reached out to my dean, our college dean. I guess, okay, again, I didn't remember his name, so I'm sorry, sir. But in third year, I did reach out to my dean, as he was from mechanical, and I asked him to suggest few projects. So that was one of the extra thing that I did. And why I did that is because, when you go in fourth year, so in fourth year, first semester, you have to submit your mini project. And in fourth year, second semester, you have to submit your major project. So if you start doing your mini project in fourth year, first semester, there is a possibility ki you won't give time much on the project, and you will just try to go to some companies or some nearby workshops, and where you can can pay them and ask them to do your project, and you can simply submit that, which I think is not a very good way to do your whatever project you are doing, because the project, it requires your knowledge, it requires your work on that. It required a deep dive, and it should be something that you can be proud of ki, yes, I did this in my college. So basically, and if you start doing these type of things from your mini project, it will be very helpful for your major project. Because once you get to know, okay, these are the steps that I have to do, or these are the things that I have to reach, that I have to check, or that I have to reach out to, it will be easy when you are doing your major project. So it's like, you already have a uh, document of a movie, and you just have to go step by step while you're doing your major project. So like if you are in first year or second year, it's not much, but if you are in third year, I would suggest, uh, please start, just start thinking about your mini project. Uh, we have uh, we have few projects um, in our college that you can develop, like that you can, they are not working model as of now. So you can take those things, you can redesign them, you can improve those things as your mini project. So that's it for mini project. Coming on to fourth, so in my fourth year, since I was most of the time in my third year, I wasn't in my class. So I think I was kind of a headache for my faculties, and they were quite cautious ki when I'm leaving my class, or whether I'm sitting in my class or not, and regarding my attendance and all those things. So they used to always keep an eye on me ki where I'm going, whether I'm bunking the classes or not, or whether I'm giving them a reason, simply a reason, or actually I'm working on something. So fourth year was simply again with not much with Akriti, but it was kind of mix. My fourth year was kind of a mix. I used to sit in my class. I used to listen to whatever class is going on. Used to prepare notes sometimes, not every time. And I do used to attend. Yeah, in fourth year, I started get going into this training and placements as a volunteer. So that was a little different from my third year. So I went to Madhav Rao sir, our TPO head, and I asked him, can I volunteer, since in one of my placements I've seen few CSC and EC guys are doing the same. So like that was one thing that I did differently from our my batch. I used to go and volunteer for most of the placements. So uh, that actually helped me in getting a knowledge key how interviews are happening, and what type of questions they ask, or like what are the rules there are. And most important thing is like how we are supposed to dress and how we are supposed to behave, because like I remember. Yeah, and sorry for cutting that. uh, uh, it also taught me, like what fears what fears do we came across when we give interview. Like when I used to see my seniors, so I used to see them, I used to think, okay, this went wrong, so I should improve in this way. And like how am I supposed to say, what things I'm supposed to say in my interviews. If you are doing it in a first time, for example, in Amazon, the first round is always an interactive session. So if you are doing this on a first time, it might be hard for you to come up with the lines, uh, come up with the like whole body of what you want to say. But if you are regularly in the volunteer section, and if you are regularly listening to what your seniors were saying, it will be an easy for you to prepare your speech or prepare whatever you want to say. So that's what helped me in cracking an interview, being a volunteer in our seniors training and placements. And one story that I would like to share with you all is, During one of the interview, during one of the placements, I have heard lot of times that we like students we don't prepare resume properly and we simply copy paste it and all. So like just to check how correct this is, I simply went to one of my seniors and I took her resume and I simply asked ki, like what this line means. And she simply told me ki I don't know, I just copied it from one of my senior. So that's one of the biggest mistake that we all do. We should prepare our own resume, and the language that we use should be simple, and we should be able to explain it in front of the HR or the personal interview guy. So basic thing that we should do is we should prepare our own resume. Should not simply copy paste just because somebody else's resume is looking good. Then yeah, and be clear about the aim or the objective that you're writing in your resume. Uh, so that's what I learned from that particular placement. Ki I should be able to explain my resume, because in case guy in suppose in my personal interview he asked you what do you mean by this, and I simply can't tell that person ki I have copied it from one of my senior or something like that. So there were few things that I have learned from everything that I have did in my 4 years in my college. Fortunately, there was a campus placement for Amazon, and I got selected. Again, it's a there is a story behind this too. I wasn't interested in attending a BPO or IT job sector since I chose mechanical. One of my friend from EC, he pushed me to attend. He just simply said ki just attend this, yaar. What will happen if you get selected? It's fine. If you won't get selected, it's also fine since you're not interested. So he pushed me to attend the interview, and I sat in the interview. I cleared first round. He cleared first round. I cleared second round. He cleared second round. Then there was a third round for voice version. So like we were trying for the same process, and he missed on that process. So he simply walked out of the interview. I cleared the third round. Then like I thought ki when I was not serious about this, I was able to crack 3 rounds. Let's get serious and crack the fourth one. So fourth one was a personal interview, and when I went in, since I had a good knowledge about how to be in a interview, how to be in a personal interview basically, and how to behave, I was able to crack it pretty easily. So that's how I joined uh, Amazon, and it's been 3 years since I'm working in the same process. Right now, I am at subject matter expert job role. So subject matter expert is nothing but it's kind of a team lead, I would say, where you have to manage few associates that are under your manager, and the tag that you get for subject matter is like when you excel in all these things, like whatever process you're working in, when you get a good knowledge, when you get a good grip on it, you get that tag. So that was my story till now, like 4 years in college, then 3 years in Amazon. So apart from that, if I have seen few 18 batch and 16 batch students, so possibly 18 batch will be in third year, I guess, or second year. So in my time, I have seen one thing in mechanical, like people don't come out for these type of things, extracurricular activities. In my batch, very few people were there who were interested in these things. Most of the time they used to sit in class and they used to focus on studies. So I will suggest ki, you know if you're in second year, try to be more active in your third year second semester English lab. try to participate in all the activities that are conducted. For example, jam session or paper presentation or group discussion, along with the activities that are in mechanical department during fest. So there will be a poster presentation or paper presentation in from like departmental wise in our fest. So I will suggest ki take part in that. That will help you in overcoming your stage fear if you have any, and also it will help you in improving your communication skills. Then it will help you in improving, basically it will help you in improving how you should stand, how you should present, since there is someone to guide you in your college. If you miss this, you won't be getting a second chance in your future, because if you're if you're getting a job, you directly have to go in an interview, and there is a possibility maybe they won't give you a feedback where you are lagging. So this is the
Uh, Hi Anuj, thank you here
sir.
for accepting my request and join. Thank you for
Thank you, sir.
giving the speech. Sir, I'm sorry, actually, I was busy in other FDP program that we are conducting, that also I'm hosting. So I could not
Okay, sir.
join in time. But nice to see you after so long time. And I see that you are the one of the active person in the 2017 batch. I see you are active in all the aspects. You are I think you are the topper in your section, and as
No,
well as you are even active participant in all the events also.
sir,
So
I was in top 3 in my section. Naveen was the topper.
yeah, fine, fine. Anyhow, that's what I'm telling. It means you have balanced both your education as well as all the activities. Yeah.
Yes, sir, I tried.
Yeah. Okay. So please tell your experiences to your friends. They are juniors. They are almost like your brothers. So kindly guide them that everything is important in the life, and ask them to motivate and participate in all the activities. And even you have to not to neglect their education also.
Yes, sir. Sir, I tried.
Thank you.
I just hope कि वो boring ना हुआ सेशन, वो जो भी मैंने अभी तक बोला है, but I tried my level best, I think so.
Fine, fine, no problem. You can share your experiences, how your interview process has gone, and all that also. You can share. Yes, sir. So
ये ठीक है sir.
yeah, any students, those who are having any kind of doubts, also any kind of interaction, you can interact with Anuj. He is a very friendly nature. He will cooperate all the aspects. He may guide you some inputs also to you. So I will join you again. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, so I was talking about yeah, if you are in like if you don't take this chance in third year, coming on to this stage and speaking up, you won't get this chance back, since there will be no one to mentor you out. Uh, like in case of interview, they don't give you a feedback where you went wrong. They simply rejects. Then coming on to like if you are planning to go abroad, again you need a good communication skill and a presentable. You have to be presentable. So like I didn't try it for that part, but I think so. Maybe like it will be good if you learn these things in your from your first year. So just I would say just be active in the extracurricular activities, and that should not impact on your studies. So if you are in first year, be more active in your jam sessions, in your English labs. Don't skip the labs. Then do join join Lexis Club, do join Akriti Club, but don't be a coordinator. Be a participant in that. Because coordinator job is to stand back and do like his coordinator job is before the event, whereas participant job is in the event. So doing before the event is good for you, but being in the event is better than coordinating things. So if possible, try to do both, coordinate the event and be in the event. But if not possible, try to choose to be in the event rather than being a audience there.
Anuj,
Yes, ma'am.
can you tell your secret how in studies how you are going to be maintained in top one, two, three? Always you will be in this only. So most of the times you will be in a top one position, and finally you had got top three. So how you are going to be balance the studies and all these activities?
Okay, so ma'am, like there is no secret in that. It's just whenever I used to sit in class, like you might have seen, like I used to be in one or two classes mostly in third year. So whenever I used to be in class, I used to focus on whatever the person who is in my class teaching, so that I don't have to repeat it going back home. And I try to, interact with the student, those who have doubts, so that I can clear their doubts. Meanwhile, I learn things from that. Then I used to refer to the textbooks, basically, like uh, that like your faculty can help you out with that. There are few good textbooks in your library, so just take the books and just read at your home for at least 1 hour, or how much you can cover in a day for each subject. Do make few points whenever you are attending a class. Do make few points, let it be in your rough or in your fair copy. Do make your point, do keep few pointers, because that helps in clearing those one word option multiple option questions that you get in your midterms. I hope they are still there. Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
So ma'am, that will help, like if we go with the textbook and we keep pointers, that will help us in getting good marks in exam. So
Uh,
that's how I did.
okay, fine. And one more question for you. Most of the students will be having this doubt. Being a mechanical engineering, most of the students are looking for the other paths like the choosing the marketing, MBA, servicing sector, bank sectors like that. So, what is the reason behind that?
Ma'am, first of all, there is a recession at this time in mechanical field, I guess. Second thing is, like most of the things are going into an automation mode. So even if we take like automobiles, they are preferring more to be an hybrid form rather than being only on mechanical as of now. And even in robotics, they are switching to automations, right? Even like I have heard in Amazon, they are they are trying to adopt few robots who can do manual works. So like maybe that's the reason, like like our world around us is developing in a way where we need to be more smart, and we need to learn few things to adapt to itself. That's why I think so, mechanical is going down a little, whereas mechanical students are searching their jobs in other sectors. But I'll suggest, like we should develop, like our colleges should develop these things key, where we can go with automations too. For example, we have this CAD CAM lab, right? So if we can have those type of classes more from maybe from second year or from third year, it will be helpful for students to go in the mechanical field. I think so. Hello.
Yeah, yes, Anuj.
I hope I was clear, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Like what Rajnikant sir said, coming on to my interview experience, as I told, like I wasn't interested in giving the interview for Amazon. I simply went with my friend. So first round there is like we have to speak for a minute. It was a jam session. So I chose one of the simple thing from my life, uh, for like about which I am happy that it happened in my life, and I started speaking. Since like I used to be in this things where extracurricular activities, my communications were pretty good. It wasn't awesome, but it was good. My vocabulary, of course, is good, and the way I presented it, it was good. So that's how I cleared my first round. I didn't took long breaks. I was confident while I was speaking. Confident is one thing that plays a major role in your interviews. ठीक है? Along with your communication skills. So that's one thing that I learned from my interviews. Like even if you are saying something wrong, be confident in that. Like there are chances that the person might the person who is taking your interview is not aware of the thing, but if you say it confidently, he will accept that, and he will focus on your confident rather than focusing on your answer in case there is a personal interview. If there is if there is an interviewer who know about your subject, and if you say the answer confidently, there is a 50-50% chance where key person will go on with your confidence and not with your answer, but then there is a 50% chance key that person will go with your answer too. So in personal interviews, I would suggest you should be more confident while you're answering. So that was my first round. Second round was uh, it was some sort of multiple options where I have to take, like they were some questions were displayed, some situations were displayed, and I have to choose accordingly. So that was totally depends on you, like how you think and what you think. It was total from your perception. That was simple. That was a lucky round, I guess. I cleared that. Coming on to the third one was voice versant. So since I was aware of these rounds as I was volunteering for the placements for my seniors. I was pretty much confident about what I am doing, and I knew ki I will be able to clear these things because I helped my seniors to clear these things, and I've seen them ki where they go wrong. So voice version was again an easy one. There were few questions which I have to repeat in the accent that I have, or in the voice that I have. There was a clear instruction that I should not make my accent or something like that, and simply how I speak, I have to speak. So that was the voice version. Then the fourth round was personal interview. It was for the fourth round, I have waited long. It was like around a half day since there were many students. So when I entered in the room, uh, I greeted him with good morning, good afternoon. Basically, it was around 3 to 4 o'clock. I greeted him good afternoon. He cross questioned it, asking ki, is it afternoon or is it evening? So rather than making a confusing face, I just smiled on him, and I saw my watch and I told him ki it's 4 o'clock, so it's evening. Rather than losing my confidence, I just improvised there, and he was like, "Did you had your lunch?" I was like, "No." So he said, "Fine, it's an afternoon then." So he was trying to lighten up the environment around us. So that helped me a lot. I got to know he is not that serious kind of a guy, and I can be free with him. Then again, there is a posture while you are sitting and giving an interview. You should not cross your legs. So you should be sitting straight, should not be leaning on the table. Your hand should not be covering the table around you. It should be properly placed. So like these things I learned from my third year, and from the training that I had. There was one program that was conducted by the college. Kind of a They were trying to give you an experience of a training. So they hired few professionals. They came and they took your interview, and they told you where you are going wrong and where you are not going wrong. This was a part of, I guess, aptitude programming that was conducted for us in our fourth year and for third years, so that we can learn. So these things I have learned, and I used them while I was giving my interview. Then there were situational questions. I don't know who, but somebody suggested me not to lie, or not to make some faces, certain if you know the answer, just tell them the answer. If you don't know the answer, don't try to think about the answer, just simply tell them that you don't know. So this is the one thing that again I used in my interview. I guess someone from our department told me while I was giving viva, so I used that into my interview, and it was quite good. There were some situational questions that I directly replied to him without taking much time, and he cross questioned them, and I replied in such a way that if he cross question, I should be able to answer them. So, for example, he asked me, "Ki, suppose you have a, suppose you have uh, your manager comes to you and asks you to do OT, and you have a plan to go out with your friends for a movie." So my answer was, "Ki, I am fine for one day. I will manage." So he was not satisfied with the answer. So he cross questioned it and said, "Ki, what if he says this for a week?" So again, I said, "Okay, I'm fine. I'll do." Then again, he cross questioned it, saying, "Ki, what about a month?" So I just simply said, "Ki, I'll get paid, right, for doing OT." And he laughed and he said, "Yes." Then I said, "I'm fine with that. So I will manage my personal life and professional life." So like that's how light my interview went, my personal interview went. That was from one interview. I have attended one more for Reliance. It's a mechanical company, part part mechanical, not completely. They were there for warehouse manager role, I guess. Again, it was not a core job, but it was far better, as if I would have got selected, I would have moved internally to core jobs. So there was this first round was a written test. Again, the knowledge that you gain in your class from your teacher, from the textbooks, or from the notes that you have made, that worked there. And few like around 20 of our my batch students were there, and around 20 out of 20, around 12 or 15 were able to clear the first round. Then second round was GD. Now again, I never gave a GD, or I was never into the professional GD room, since I was not a part of a Lexis club. But I had that confidence attending the like volunteering for the placements, and from the Akriti club and from the events that I have taken, that I have participated in. So I have that confidence that I will be able to clear that group discussion. There were certain rules that I've gone through in my third year, second semester in English lab. There is a topic for 3 hours. Like we had this discussion over GD, and we had a small role play. But again, that was not a professional one. So it was simply a role play. So I utilized all that I can at that particular time from my first to 4 years in my college, and I utilized there, and I cleared that GD too. So there I realized that it's not very hard to clear a GD. It's pretty easy, even if you don't have a knowledge about the topic they're asking. So what I just did is I simply listen to whatever other people are saying, and I try to cross question them. That's how I went with my GD in the Reliance one. Then there was a personal interview. It was a third or round or fourth round, I don't know, but that was the last round. And there were around seven members. They were sitting there, three on my right, three on my left, and one in front of me who was taking my interview. And there I made a mistake. I simply said which what I shouldn't have. So the question was like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? This question arises most of the time whenever you are giving an interview. And stupid, like, I don't know what was going in my mind. And I simply said that I want to start my own company after 5 years. So never ever answer this whenever they ask you, ki, where do you see yourself in 5 years? So that was one mistake that I did, and that ruined my, you know, 2 rounds ka hard work. just go on and Google it, or ask your brother or family member or whomever you want to. But make sure these type of questions should be answered in a proper way. So like, why do you want to join our company, or where do you see yourself in after 5 years in our company? So these should be answered in a proper way. Like, for example, for this 5 years, I could have said ki, you know I would like to see myself as a manager, like leading a team of 10 or 20, like that. So that was it from my two interviews that I were that I part like that I got chance to attend. Ma'am, that's it from my side. I guess I took a lot of time.
Yeah, not a problem, Anuj. According to you, what are the skills that should be required for a student to face the interview? Basic things.
Ma'am, basic things is our vocabulary and confidence, the posture, body language is very most important thing. Like, the person who is taking the interview, he will judge you based on your body language, like how you're entering, how you are like greeting that person, whether you are being attentive to him or not. So these three things are important, like when you are giving an interview. And these three things are taught to us in our third year second semester English lab.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's nothing like new to us. It's just we have to be more attentive to our body language and the posture and
Hello.
cool.
Yeah, Anuj. Hello. 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 Hello.
There at the time.
Sir, I was there at the time.
Maybe there is some network issue is going on.
Sir, essay
Right,
is
sir.
good for mechanical. Like, as far as I know, that platform is very good for mechanical. Well, like, I'll conclude this session by saying that be attentive, try to join the clubs, and that should not impact on your studies. Be more active in participating in whatever the activities you are doing. Be more confident. Be a part of Mesa. Yeah, I missed out on Mesa, so if make sure that you are participating or you're coming on the stage and you're taking the responsibilities, or at least presenting something, one or the other thing in Mesa, so that you can educate others, and you'll get the habit of deep diving and keep on searching for new things. And That's it. If you have any questions or if you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to Rajnikant sir for my mobile number. I will be available on WhatsApp and on call. Don't have any issues. You can call me anytime.
You
That's it.
just type your mail ID in chat box, Anuj,
Okay, ma'am. I'll do that.
so that if anybody wants, they can go through that.
Okay, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
Yeah, Anuj.
So that's my email ID, anujkch22@gmail.com. You can reach out there or you can WhatsApp me. That will be much easier, I guess. If you guys need any info on the processes and the regarding Amazon, again, you can reach out to me. Like if you don't have anyone to help you out with that. That's it, ma'am. That's it from my side, ma'am.
Yeah, Anuj, thank you so much for sharing your views and complete your 4 years of journey and your interviews, everything you had shared. So your juniors had also got some idea about how to crack the interviews.
I hope so, ma'am.
Yeah, we think so. So thank you so much, Anuj, for spending your time.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
once
ma'am.
again, Anush. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I'll get back to you once again. Yes, thank you. We'll have one day one more session with a
Okay,
good
sir.
number. Thank you. Yeah,
Sure,
thank you.
sure, sir.
Thank you. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thank one and all for participating in this alumni session. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye, Anuj.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you guys for staying till the end.
Yeah.